Excellent. And we continue from yesterday. We started to learn about the Mitzvah of Tzedaka. And we mentioned the verse in Kesef Tamid, when you lend money to my people, to the poor person who is with you. And we said yesterday that the real beneficiary of giving tzedakah is the person who gives tzedakah. But the second part of the verse teaches us the prohibition of taking interest on a loan to someone. Do not act toward him as a creditor. Do not lay interest upon him. And the Midrash tells us what is the reward for a person who gives tzedakah or give a loan to someone who needs a loan without taking interest. So the Midrash says the follows. In Kesef Talvet, I quote from this verse, if you lend my people money, this is the verse from Tehillim, from Psalms 15. Who is the righteous person? The person who doesn't take bribery and doesn't give loan in interest. Look and see, someone who has the wealth, has the means, and he gives charity, and he doesn't give a loan with interest. The Torah or Hashem takes him as if he made the entire Torah, as he performed all the mitzvot of the Torah. Such a righteous man, just by giving tzedakah and not taking interest, is if he performed the entire Torah. The verse says in Tehillim, the person who doesn't take interest and doesn't take bribery, he will never fall. Why he will never fall? Because he has the merit of the entire Torah and mitzvot, just by doing that. And the Midrash continues, who is the example for that? And we learned a little bit Tanakh here about Ovadia, the Prophet Ovadia, and King Achahav, the wicked King Achahav. And the Midrash tells us, so Ovadia apparently was a rich man. How do we know he was a rich man? He was apotropos shel Achahav. He was in charge. He was kind of the minister of finance in the house of King Achahav. As it says in Melachim, in the book of Kings, Vaikra Achahav el Ovadia asher al habayit. Achahav, the king Achahav, called Ovadia, who was in charge of everything that he has in the house. Right? So basically, minister of finance. והיה עשיר יותר מדי. The Midrash says he was such wealthy man, Ovadia, that what did he do with all his money? הוציא כל ממונו לצדקה. He spent all his money for tzedakah. And of course, this is more than, we know that when a person gives tzedakah, shouldn't give more than 1/5 of what he has. But nevertheless, Ovadia felt that he wants to spend all his money on tzedakah. What did he do? Shayazan et hanevim. We know that in the time of Achahav prohibited to sustain all the prophets in that time. So Ovadia secretly, from his own money, sustained all the prophets in that time. Kevan sheba koloto hara, what happened? Then there was a famine. He gave all his money. He left with nothing. היה לווה בנשך מן יהורם בן אחאב. The Midrash tells us that Ovadia, the prophet Ovadia, had to take loan from Yehoram, the son of Achahav. Yehoram also was a king after Achahav, but Yehoram also was a wicked king, and he gave him the loan with interest, right? So he had no choice. He had to take this loan in order to provide for the other prophets. מה שהיה מספיק לנביאים, זה קיים כספו לא נתן בנשך. So Ovadia did the first part of the pasuk, that he gave everything without interest. But Yehoram, the king Yehoram, who was the son of Achahav, שהלווה בריבית, that gave a loan with interest, אמר האלוהים עד עכשיו זה קיים, יבוא יהוא ויהרוג אותו. So will come Yehu, another king, and will kill Yehoram as a punishment for what he did to take interest on providing a loan for all the prophets. And what happened later? Yehu came, and this is another verse from Melachim Bet, Kings 2. ויהוא מילא ידו בקשת, ויך את יהורם. Yehu took a bow and arrow, and he killed Jehoram ben Zeruav between his hands, directly through his heart. So the arrow came through his heart directly. And the Midrash explains why exactly he was killed like that. Why the arrow came between his hands, between his arms, through his heart. Because he hardened his heart. Yes, Jehoram refused to give a loan without interest in order to what? To provide for the prophets. He hardened his heart. The arrow came through his heart. But he opened his hands to take more money, to take money in interest. Therefore, he was punished with this special death by bow and arrow. Right? So here we see how on the one hand, the person who just do the simple thing, give tzedakah, not taking interest, his reward is the greatest reward. He's been protected and will inherit everything in the world to come as if he performed the entire Torah. On the other hand, a person like Yehoram or Achahav, who were so wicked that even to provide for the prophets without interest, they paid the highest price.